You might think turbo engines just fail because they're complicated or poorly built. Wrong. The real reason most of them die early is the driver. Treat a turbo the same way you treat a naturally aspirated engine and you will keep your local shop in business for years. That ends right now. Here are 13 stupid engine habits that are killing your turbo. For every single one, I'll give you the simple fix that stops the damage. Over 70% of turbo failures start with how the car is driven, not with a factory defect. Habit number 13, using inferior or wrong grade oil filters. Your oil is only as clean as the filter it passes through. That rule applies to every engine, but a turbo makes it non-negotiable. Cheap filters, those basic orange ones or the bargain bin paper units, use media that collapses under heat and pressure. Tiny bits of carbon, sludge, and even shredded filter fibers get through. Inside a turbo, the clearances are microscopic. One particle is enough to score the bearing surface. Shaft play starts, balance is lost. The turbo begins its slow death. Cheap filters also open their bypass valve too early, dumping unfiltered oil straight into the turbo feed. Synthetic media filters trap particles down to 7 or 10 microns and keep their shape at high temperature. Step up to a quality extended performance filter designed for modern turbo engines and you remove one of the quietest killers on the list. Habit number 12, running low octane or poor quality fuel. Look at the pump labels. Regular 87 is fine for most non-turbo cars. Premium 91 and higher exists for a reason. Turbo engines create high cylinder pressure and high combustion temperatures. Low-octane fuel can't resist that pressure. It detonates early. The computer pulls timing to protect the engine, but the exhaust gas still runs hotter than designed. That extra heat goes straight into the turbine. Over time, the housing cracks, the bearings cook, and power fades. Cheap fuel also leaves more carbon, especially in direct injection engines. That carbon disrupts airflow and makes combustion even less stable. Premium fuel resists knock. Top-tier fuel keeps the injectors clean so boost stays consistent. Put the right fuel in and the turbo runs cooler and cleaner. Habit number 11, driving aggressively on a cold engine. A turbo can hit 200,000 RPM. That speed demands oil that is already flowing and protecting. Cold oil is thick, it takes time to reach every bearing surface. Floor it while the oil is still cold and the shaft spins with almost no lubrication. Damage begins in seconds. At the same time, the exhaust side gets hot fast while the housing is still cold. That thermal shock can crack the housing or warp internal parts. Cold pistons have wider clearances, so they slap and throw more debris into the oil that feeds the turbo. Raw fuel also slips past the rings and dilutes the oil. Give the engine 30 to 60 seconds after startup, then drive gently for a few minutes until temperatures stabilize. That short patience saves bearings. If this already has you thinking about your own habits, hit like, share it with anyone who owns a turbo, and subscribe so you catch the rest of the list before your engine becomes the next casualty. Habit number 10, shutting down immediately after heavy boosting. Under boost, the turbo sees exhaust temperatures well past 800 degrees Celsius. The turbine housing and shaft soak up that heat. Kill the engine the second you park and oil flow stops while the turbo is still glowing. The oil trapped inside cooks into hard carbon. Those deposits clog the tiny oil passages. Next startup, the turbo runs dry for longer. Seals harden and leak. Shaft play grows. 30 to 60 seconds of idle after hard driving lets oil carry the heat away. It's the simplest cooldown you can give the turbo and it costs you nothing. Habit number 9, frequently lugging the engine at low RPM. High gear, low speed, heavy throttle. The engine is struggling and cylinder pressure spikes hard. That condition triggers low speed pre-ignition. Fuel lights off before the spark. The pressure wave smashes the piston while it's still climbing. Pistons crack, rods bend, bearings suffer. The turbo is trying to make boost at the same time, adding even more pressure while oil pressure is lowest. Downshift. Keep the engine above 1500 to 2000 RPM when you ask for power. Load without RPM is how you break parts that should have lasted for years. Habit number 8, ignoring oil feed line integrity. The turbo has no private oil supply. Everything comes through one narrow feed line. Sludge, carbon, or degraded gasket material can partially block that line without any external sign. The turbo still gets some oil, just not enough pressure at 200,000 RPM. Bearings run dry under load. Aftermarket lines that are routed poorly can kink with heat and vibration and make the problem worse. Smoke, oil in the intercooler, or sudden power loss are late warnings. Check the feed line and replace it if it's restricted or soft. A clean, unrestricted oil supply is the difference between a turbo that lasts and one that grenades. Habit number 7, riding the throttle. On off just to feel the boost. Every time you lift, pressurized air has nowhere to go and the compressor surges. The shaft oscillates instead of spinning smoothly. Repeat that cycle enough times and the bearings and shaft fatigue. Rapid throttle changes also make the wastegate chase pressure spikes that can overspeed the turbo. Smooth, progressive throttle keeps boost stable and keeps the shaft spinning in its proper oil film. The fun is still there, the damage is not. Habit number 6, neglecting oil change intervals. Turbo engines cook oil faster than any other design. Extreme heat on the turbine side turns oil into sludge and carbon. The oil passages inside a turbo are tiny. Even a little restriction drops lubrication and cooling. Old oil loses its ability to carry heat, so the turbo runs hotter and breaks the oil down even faster. Shaft play appears. Seals start leaking. Power drops. Change the oil on time with the correct grade and the turbo stays fed with clean fluid that still does its job. Skip intervals and you are scheduling the failure. Habit number 5, letting debris enter the intake system. Anything that gets past the air filter hits the compressor wheel at extreme speed. Sand, dirt, or even small particles pit the blades. The edges wear, balance is lost. Vibration transfers straight into the shaft and bearings. Larger debris can bend or chip a blade and destroy efficiency. Cracked hoses, loose clamps, or a cheap open element filter are the usual culprits. A sealed intake and a quality air filter keep foreign objects out. Once the compressor is damaged, the turbo works harder for less boost and the rest of the system suffers. Habit number 4, ignoring boost system leaks and faults. A small leak in an intercooler pipe or coupler forces the turbo to spin faster to hit target boost. Overspeed means extra heat and accelerated wear on every internal part. The engine computer still injects fuel for the expected air, so the mixture goes rich. Exhaust temperatures climb and carbon builds up. You feel it as lag, flat power, and sometimes an underboost code. Hissing or whistling under load is the early warning. Find and fix leaks with a smoke test or pressure tester before the turbo is forced beyond its limits. Habit number 3, running improper or mismatched oil. Regular oil changes mean nothing if the oil itself is wrong. Too thick and it moves slowly through the turbo's tight passages, delaying protection at startup. Too thin and the oil film collapses under heat and load. Non-turbo or conventional oils break down faster and leave deposits that clog the oil channels. Manufacturers specify exact full synthetic grades for a reason. That oil is both lubricant and coolant for a shaft spinning at extreme speed. Use what the engine was designed for and the protective film stays intact. Habit number 2, excessive boost pressure without supporting mods. Stock turbo is matched to the fuel system, cooling, and engine internals. Raise boost without upgrading injectors, pump, intercooler, or fueling and the balance collapses. The turbo overspeeds. Charge air gets hotter. Detonation risk rises. Lean mixtures under high load burn pistons and valves. Exhaust back pressure climbs and hammers the turbine bearings. Supporting modifications exist so the turbo can make power without destroying itself. Skip them and the engine becomes a short-term project. Habit number 1, starving the turbo of clean pressurized oil. 90% of turbo failures start here. The shaft floats on a high-speed oil film. Interrupt that film for even a few seconds and metal contacts metal. Scoring begins, balance is lost. Heat spikes in the remaining oil turns to carbon that blocks flow even more. Low oil level, restricted feed lines, sludge from neglected changes, wrong filters, failing oil pumps, and incorrect viscosity all produce the same result: oil starvation. There is no dashboard warning early enough. By the time you hear the whistle or see the smoke, the turbo is already finished. Keep clean, pressurized oil flowing at all times and you remove the single biggest cause of turbo death. So which habits actually protect the turbo instead of destroying it? Everything above leads to failure if left unchecked. Yet some drivers routinely see 500,000 miles on the same engine and turbo. The difference is simple: they avoid every one of these 13 mistakes.